Hi. So I am currently going live. I think this is better. I'm currently going live at the moment. I'm listening to an interview with Jared Leto and the breakdown with Nathan Johnny. Yep. I don't know if you can hear it. It's quite good. Hear it now. Yeah. Um, didn't work much last week on like going building. Did some digital work. Uh, I've had a toothache for quite a while, like on and off, and so I went and got a what do you call it, like an examination, and they said, yeah, might take two teeth out. So I'm waiting to get the go ahead with the days that will work. When I get the tooth extraction. Yeah. So that's what I did today. Went in and try to sort out what day. Try to get it Friday so I can have the weekend off. That's what's been happening. Taking paracetamol and ibuprofen that have been prescribed. Because, actually, a couple of weeks ago, I had a dog bar with a hammer. I was holding the wood, but I wasn't holding the bar. I smacked it. It flew up in the air and hit me in the head. And I got a concussion. So they advised I take 2 weeks off work. So I had a few days off work and that kind of thing. I just noticed that I think I need to even up my mustache. It's growing in a bit. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of cool listening to different stuff, interviews and that that's going on. I know people do that. It's like podcasts. Um, I just watched the AMA video music show with Selena Gomez from 11 days ago. That was good. I enjoyed that. Um, yeah, I see all the people in the crowd cheering. American Music Awards. I wasn't sure if the American Music Awards were like MTV, if it was MTV or if it was just its own AMA as its own thing. So now I realize, but it's like MTV VMA, Video Music Awards. Must be. That's what I was thinking of. AMA, VMA. That's why. There you go. So yeah, it was good. Watch that. I suggest, you know, maybe watch that AMA if you have access to it. You might see some cool stuff, people doing stuff, and performances, etc. I was just seeing that Jared Leto said he signed with his brother for like their first album in 1998. He signed in 1998, and in 1998, I think that Eminem got signed as well, and DMX got signed, I think, as well in 1998. So that's like quite a year for music. Makes you think about like might even look up, see like who got signed. I've got quite a few scars. Now I'm just thinking about that. Look, what was that one from? I don't even remember. Oh, Oh my gosh, my teeth chipped. I had a cat in my tooth. Like I chipped it. I looked up getting implants, teeth implants, and it's like $3,000 to $5,000 a tooth, each tooth. I was like, seems like a lot. But I did a cost breakdown to find out, like, you pay for the crown, the screw, the tooth. I mean, the screw, getting the crown made, which is the tooth, and then, of course, someone to put it in. That's why. You know, you're paying $500 just for the person, you know, to put it in, and they have to be a specialist, like a tooth implant specialist, and that's why. There you go. S So, yeah, that's what that is, you know? And then so I looked up grills and stuff, and I was like looked up Rocky gold teeth. Like I looked up, you know, like Rakim, like I looked up ASAP Rocky to see like what kind of teeth has he got, and it sort of showed that like he had a grill, gold grill, but now and then it's got caps. But then I was like, are they caps? Or is he like got actual gold teeth? And can you get like caps and then put your teeth on later? Like you can, if you got caps, can you take them off? And I was like, if you get teeth and you like get implants and they're gold, then they're screwed in place. And then someone had said something about like you could have gold teeth, but then get like veneer caps. So when you want it to look like you've got just normal white teeth, then you can have veneer cap like porcelain caps instead of gold caps. So you got gold teeth, but you have porcelain caps instead of like having teeth, white teeth, and or porcelain teeth, and having gold caps. There you go. I was like, I could do that. I could get teeth, I suppose, gold teeth. I think it would look alright, actually. I think that'd be quite cool, you know, smoke a blunt, with gold teeth. Yeah, great. And then I was like, probably have to be a millionaire to do something like that, you know, to sort of justify, like, get a girl to put a deposit on a house. You know, yeah, maybe just that's what it is. I just gotta be get like $10 million and get some gold teeth. And like, yeah, it's not bad. I don't think it's so bad if you've got a lot of cash that you go and spend big because you've got a lot of cash. You know, if you give and you're charitable, I think it's all good. You know, charity is actually not about like how much you give necessarily, like isn't the amount. It's always going to be like make an impression and create change, but it's like for your own like blessing or like if you give charity, then you should give like um anonymous. Like don't give charity before people, before men, like because when you give charity before men, It's like saying doing it in publicly giving charity, but like if you give charity non before men, you will be rewarded openly. I think it's kind of how it goes. It's the scripture. So then, and that charity is of God. That when people give for nothing in return, that is God. That aspect of life and giving is from God. That's his. That's you know. However, that's why if you give for nothing in return, then that's God. Because that's what God does. He gives, and he knows what outcomes will be and stuff. That's the idea of it. The mother of creation. Yeah. So that's why you know, people give in charity. Oh, I'm just gonna stop this video for a sec. I'm just looking at stories on YouTube. This guy goes around like Comic Cons and stuff. It looks like takes photos of people and stuff, and then creates stuff. Creates like a video. Guy draws people on the bus, on the subway. That's cool. There you go. People drawing people. That's an interesting color. Yeah. So now, who can remember what I was talking about? Gold teeth. Getting some gold teeth. Yeah, that's right, charity. So if you have charitable and you be charitable, then that charity is of the Lord. Like, and that you give charity anonymously without any expectation of anything in return, then the God will reward you openly, I think. Or that you will be rewarded because you don't boast about it, kind of thing. I think that's what it's saying. And so therefore, and the story about the woman who was in the church, in the temple, and everyone gave donations, and then this woman gave like her last dime, kind of thing. And then I think it was Christ was there and was like, this woman has given more than everyone because this woman has given everything she has, in faith. So that's like something to think about. When you think about giving, in terms of like, oh, we need $500 for this charitable fund, then it's like, okay, here's $500, great, it's done. But if you've got like millions of dollars and you give $500, for you as a person, giving anonymously and getting rewarded by God for doing so, not expecting anything in return, it's like your reward isn't going to be necessarily, or like the the giving isn't as much as someone who has less. Like if someone only had $500 and they gave the $500, the only $500 they had, then that was like huger because they have no, because it's not like necessarily they will be sure that they will get something after they give. They just give because they're like, oh, so this is like I'll be all good or something. The Lord will take care, kind of thing. So they give the money that they have, and that's like this person is given more, kind of thing. So if two people gave $500 to $1,000 requirement charity, and one person was a millionaire and one person only had $1,000, and they gave half of what they had. The person who gave half gave more, even though, the other person gave the same amount, you see, but of what they had, that person gave more because they gave 50% of what they had, you know, which is cool. I'm not saying you should go and do that, like, or maybe you should go give charity for sure, but I'm saying it's interesting. If you have millions of dollars and then you spend big, there's always like the idea of like, how much you could give to charity. I guess people do give to charity. They give a lot. Actually, a lot of people that I guess have money, have lots of money, lots of cash, they give to charity. So that's good. But the price of houses has gone up so much that it's like for just a decent 4-bedroom house somewhere, say you want to live near the coast or something, it's like nearly $1 million. And 800 grand, probably more, just to get a house. So it's kind of hard when a house is kind of like something you think would be kind of important to be going and giving. Say you've only got $2 million and you want a decent house that's gonna last a while and be in the right place and have the right amount of rooms and stuff, then that's going to cost you $1 million, maybe 800,000. So and doesn't leave that much. It leaves 1.2 mil or something, but then there's rates and there's always stuff that comes up in a society, but inflation is increasing. So you're not exactly just going to go, I'll just give 200 grand to charity. Which is like, maybe that's a bit much. Maybe I do that and something comes up like this with the idea of like, it doesn't matter if you get that back, or if you will need that or you don't, because it's like a faith that you're giving it. You're giving charity. I think that if you had some cash, that maybe the Lord would be like, don't give that because you will need that. I think that God sometimes does that. Like this charity and requirement, and then He knows, oh, well, actually, there's this other person who's going to give, and that it'll be all right. Kind of thing. Yeah, this is only kind of just stopped raining in the last week, couple of days. It was quite deep. So, charity, what a subject. you know, you think about the virtues, like, the seven virtues: humility, admiration, forgiveness, zeal, charity, asceticism, chastity. It's very good. It's all very good. Chastity isn't like, I've talked about this before, but chastity, it isn't like, oh, I'm sworn off or anything. Oh, I could never. I won't ever. Yahshua, ever won't I. Couldn't I? I won't. Yahshua. It's more like every time you're like, non, that's chastity, you know. And maybe it isn't just pertaining to sensuality. Maybe there's other things as well. Like when you say no to something, that could be chastity. Chastity could be saying yes to your wife and no because that's no to someone else. Maybe, you know, it could be like saying yes to honest natural affection, but saying no to unnatural fornication. It could be like saying yes to a fruit smoothie, but no to a pumpkin spice latte. Maybe, I was actually, it was quite funny. I just seen um, this video for how to make a drink involving gin. And I was thinking, they were talking about pumpkin spice latte, and I was like, that's funny. I was at Burger Fuel yesterday. Yeah. And because you can get thick shakes. And so they've got these drinks here, pumpkin spice drinks. And I was like, and it's like, and they brought it in. It's like pumpkin spice. I was like, pumpkin spice is a thick shake. No. I mean, I've had a pumpkin spice latte before. They're pretty good. You know, I remember when I had a chai latte for the first time. I thought it was great until I found out it's just like chai is just like syrup that they just pour in there. And I was like, that's like just sugar. So then I didn't, well, I thought it was. So I didn't have that anymore. Just have the what do you call it? Pumpkin spice latte. Yeah, nice. But I mean, I just usually have a black cafe. Yeah, an Americano, perhaps espresso, double shot. Well, here I am. Today is Monday in Aotearoa. Yes. So the video's been going for 24 minutes, 24 seconds. So might just make it 25 minutes. Press the button when that comes up in the next 20 seconds. I had these. They're really good. Non-GMO. Made in New Zealand. All right. Bless you. Have a good afternoon. Much love. Yahshua.